What if I told you that standing under cold water for just 2 minutes a day could literally rewire your brain, boost your immune system, and cut your depression risk by nearly 50%? This isn't a wellness trend. This is hard neuroscience, and the research is absolutely stunning. Let me walk you through exactly what happens inside your body when cold water hits your skin, and why some of the world's top longevity researchers are calling this the cheapest health intervention on the planet. When cold water contacts your skin, your body triggers something called the dive reflex within 3 seconds. Your heart rate drops, your blood vessels constrict, and your brain receives a massive electrical signal through the vagus nerve. This single nerve connects your brainstem to almost every major organ in your body, and stimulating it through cold exposure has been shown in a 2021 study at the University of Amsterdam to increase vagal tone by up to 31% after just 4 weeks of daily cold showers. Higher vagal tone means better heart rate variability, lower anxiety, and faster emotional recovery after stress. Now let's talk about what happens at the neurochemical level, because this is where things get genuinely remarkable. A landmark 2007 study published in the journal Medical Hypotheses by Dr. Nikolai Shevchuk at Virginia Commonwealth University found that cold water exposure causes a flood of norepinephrine in the brain, up to 300% above baseline. Norepinephrine is the neurotransmitter responsible for focus, energy, mood, and attention. That natural 300% surge is actually higher than what you get from most prescription stimulant medications. And unlike caffeine, there's no crash. Simultaneously, your dopamine levels rise by up to 250% and stay elevated for 2 to 3 hours after the exposure ends. This is a sustained, clean neurochemical boost that no cup of coffee can replicate. But the immune system story might be even more impressive. A 2016 clinical trial published in PLOS One followed 3,000 participants in the Netherlands over 90 days. The cold shower group reported 39% fewer sick days compared to warm shower controls. The researchers measured increased levels of cytotoxic T cells, which are the immune system's primary cancer and virus-killing cells. Just cold water. 39% fewer sick days. In terms of physical performance and recovery, athletes have known about cold water immersion for decades, but we now understand the mechanisms far better. Cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue, often called brown fat, which is metabolically active fat that burns energy to generate heat. A 2013 study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that adults exposed to mild cold for 6 hours a day for 10 days increased their brown fat activity by 47% and improved their insulin sensitivity significantly. This matters for metabolic health, weight management, and long-term diabetes prevention. The mental health dimension is equally powerful. Researchers at the Charles University in Prague published data in 2000 showing that winter swimmers, people who regularly expose themselves to cold water, had significantly lower tension, fatigue, and negative mood scores compared to control groups. The theory is that repeated cold stress trains your brain's threat response system, building what neuroscientists call stress inoculation. Your amygdala, the brain's alarm center, literally learns to stay calmer under pressure because it has practiced managing intense physiological discomfort safely over and over again. Think of it as mental resistance training. Now here is the practical reality. You do not need an ice bath. The benefits begin at water temperatures around 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. Most tap water runs between 50 and 65 degrees. The optimal protocol used in most research is 20 to 30 seconds of cold exposure to start, working up to 2 to 3 minutes over 4 to 6 weeks. Morning timing appears to maximize the norepinephrine and cortisol interaction for alertness. The most important thing is ending your shower on cold, not transitioning back to warm, because that contrast actually blunts the neurological adaptation signal. Start tomorrow. 30 seconds. That's all it takes to begin changing the architecture of your brain.